Hey guys, welcome to your monthly reading. So this month I am doing things a little differently. I am actually going to be doing a pick an image reading for you guys. So in a few moments I'll actually display an image with 3 different photos, and whichever photo you feel the most called to, that will be the reading for you. Okay, and then I will also include timestamps for each reading, that way you will know where that reading begins. Okay, now as usual, this will be just a general overall reading of what your spirit team would like for you to know for the month of November and going forward. Okay, this is just a general reading, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. However, do take the messages that does resonate, leave the rest behind, my lovelies. Okay, so with that being said, let us go ahead and get started. And I will at this time insert the image or the photo so you can see which image resonates with you the most. Okay, hello to those of you who chose image number 1. Let us go ahead and jump right into the reading, starting with your oracle messages to see what it is that Spirit wants you to know for the upcoming month of November. Okay, so you guys have divine truth. Okay, and it says you will know the truth. Answers will come in time, or the unnecessary questions will fall away. All right. And you have risk and reward. And it says, in order for the universe to work with you, be willing to take a risk and go down the rabbit hole to discover a new world. All right. And lastly, you guys have right direction. Okay, and it says you're going in the right direction. Keep moving forward and focus on activities that bring long-term benefits. All right. Okay, there we go. So now let us go ahead and jump into the tarot and see what it is that Spirit would like you to know. All right, thank you, beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors. Can you please guide this reading? Show me what is the current situation for pile number 1. What is the current situation? I get the sense too that some of you guys are wondering if you are on the right path in regards to something, questioning whether or not you are on the right path. All right, current situation, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And what is the current challenge? What is the current challenge? Okay, and you guys have the 2 of Cups in reverse. And what is the advice? That just fell right on out, so we'll take it. You guys have the Ace of Swords, advice from Spirit. And lastly, what is the expected outcome? What is the expected outcome for pile number 1? All right, and we have the King of Pentacles. And card at the bottom of the deck for you guys is the Fool. All right, so this brings me to that risk and reward card, taking a leap of faith on something, guys. All right, so let us see what we have going on for you guys. As I mentioned a little bit ago, I do feel like some of you guys are questioning whether or not you are on the right path. All right, which could be causing you to be skeptical. All right, maybe even hesitant towards making a move. Okay. Because you do have that risk and reward card, which is asking you to be willing to take a risk, okay, and go down the rabbit hole, which is, you know, significant of the Fool card being here at the bottom. All right, taking that leap of faith, even though you don't quite know what the outcome will be. Right. But Spirit is saying, with those oracle messages being there, that you are going in the right direction, and the truth will eventually be revealed to you. All right, you have divine truth and you have right direction. All right, but I do feel like Spirit is asking you to kind of it's like they're saying, you do your part and let them handle the rest. Is what I'm getting. Right, you do your part and let them handle the rest. So not really you know, having that doubt in you, or, you know, that lack of motivation or lack of direction. Okay. In the position of your current situation, you have the Wheel of Fortune. All right. I feel like for you guys, this is just saying that some changes are definitely going on in the background for you guys. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it is good changes, right? It's the card of fate. It's the card of good luck. It's the card of things working out in your favor, changes coming that will help to elevate you. All right. That will help to bring you growth. All right. So I do feel like it's just a matter of time. All right. Because you have, I don't know if you notice, and well, let's see if you can see, in this card, it's like she's holding a watch, right? And then also in this risk and reward, there's a symbol of a clock. So I feel like with this is just saying that in due time, all right, you will be rewarded for any efforts that you have put in, and things are going to begin to change for you guys. But in the meanwhile, don't be afraid to discover the new world, as the card mentions. Okay, that can include different aspects of yourself, being open to doing things or that you wouldn't normally do, or possibly just thinking outside of the box, right? Because like I mentioned earlier, I feel like your spirit team is saying to not worry. Okay, things will eventually reveal themselves to you in due time. All right. But they do want you to know that you are going in the right direction. Okay. So for whoever of you, or however this applies to any of you in your life, they want you to know that you are going in the right direction. In the position of your current challenge, you have the Two of Cups in reverse. And when I initially saw this card, I felt I got the message of like not seeing eye to eye with someone. All right. Not seeing eye to eye with someone, maybe in a relationship, in a work environment, whatever the case may be. Two of Cups upright is normally about partnerships, two people or more being in sync, being on the same page. And with it being in reverse, you could be wanting to do one thing or be one way, whilst, you know, whoever is in your environment may be on the opposite end of the spectrum. All right. But I feel like with this Ace of Swords coming up here is in your advice, is asking you to not be deterred from other people's opinions or views, because you have the answers. All right. You have the key with this Ace of Swords showing up. Ace of Swords is all about having that mental breakthrough, right? Things making sense, you having clarity over a situation. But I really feel like with it being in the advice position, it's really saying that you hold the answers. All right. The answers are within. As you can see, the lock to the key is in her headspace. So the answers are within. All right. You have the clarity that you are seeking or wanting within. Okay. What is the expected outcome? Comfortability, right? this path that's opening up for you, or this direction that you're moving in towards, is going to bring you stability, okay? And especially financial stability, with this King of Pentacles showing up and the expected outcome. All right, King of Pentacles, he's all about, you know, being grounded. He's all about being secure financially, okay? So this is just saying, wherever you're heading, the direction, the path that you're on or that you're questioning, it is going to lead to financial success. All right. And so whereas you may have, you know, felt that things were stagnant and things weren't moving before, I do feel like there is definitely things going on in the background, okay, with this Wheel of Fortune showing up and with your Oracle cards, the Divine Truth, in the right direction. So Spirit is asking you to not give up, okay, to not be afraid to continue to push yourself forward, because it is going to lead to success in the end. All right. But let's see if we can go ahead and clarify, dig a little deeper for you guys, see what else your spirit team would like for you to know. All right. Thank you, beautiful angels, spirit guides, and ancestors. For pile number 1, can you please clarify why is this Wheel of Fortune here? In due time, guys. That's the message that I'm getting with the Wheel of Fortune. And I also just got, like, some of you guys have paid your dues, right? And so now it's time for you to be rewarded, okay? Rewarded for taking those risks, for those of you who have already taken risks. And for those who haven't taken a risk yet, that is just Spirit letting you know that when you do, you will be rewarded for it, okay? So even if it's something that takes you out of your comfort zone, something that, you know, you normally wouldn't consider, they just want you to know that going forward, you know, you will be rewarded for any of those changes. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, and ancestors. Okay, and we have the Page of Cups, okay, showing up. And the Page of Cups is a card of, you know, new opportunities, fresh starts, right? So I do feel like the changes that's going to be coming in for you guys are going to be just that. And it is going to be something that is going to be fulfilling to your heart space, right? Opening you up to be able to receive, okay, as you see that little heart shape there in the middle. So just opening up your heart space, something that is going to allow for you to think and feel freely. All right, can we please clarify why is this Two of Cups here in reverse? Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors. Why is the Two of Cups here in reverse? All right, so we have the Ten of Swords. All right, so yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, where some of you guys are not seeing eye to eye with someone or a situation, with this Ten of Swords being in a challenge position, it may be hard for you to walk away from the situation, right? But remember, you have the key. You have the key here, right? And I do feel like the changes that's going to come in for you guys is going to give you even more clarity around the situation, all right? So that it all can make sense, okay? Because you have Divine Truth, which says you will know the truth. Answers will come in time, all right? So once again, just like I stated with the clocks being here in both of these time, so in due time things will be revealed to you, okay? Anything that is not meant it or worth it, as this card states, will fall away, all right? But you may have a difficult time, or maybe having a difficult time at this moment, separating yourself from a situation that you're not seeing eye to eye on or with. All right, and let's clarify the Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here in the position of the advice? And I get to with that is think for yourself, guys. Think for yourself regarding the situation. Is what I just got. All right, remember the Ace of Swords is all about your mental space. All right, so it's asking you to think for yourself regarding the situation. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Don't allow your thoughts to be deterred, is what I also got. Don't allow your thoughts to be deterred. Guys, look at this. We have the Wheel of Fortune again. All right. So this is definitely letting you know that changes are coming. All right. Changes are coming. Breakthroughs are coming. All right. So you may be hit with different ideas. Could be your spirit team trying to communicate you to open you up to receive the divine truth. All right. That they're trying to give to you. So they're definitely letting you know that the answers that you do receive, the answers that do come in for you, will make a significant change in your life. Okay. Because it's going to allow for you to think clearly, to see straight, and to continue on in that right direction. All right. So you guys are definitely going to gain clarity around this situation, and it's going to allow for positive changes to come through. Why is the King of Pentacles here in the position of the expected outcome? And we have the Devil. All right. And what I got initially with this is just the message that came through is being released from the devil's grip, right? Refusing to be, as you can see how he's holding his head space. All right. He's holding on to his head, refusing to be controlled by negative thoughts or other people's negative thoughts, right? Being in that position to say no, to turn away, to instead use your mental space in a way that is going to benefit you. Okay. As you can see here, like this person is holding his head. He doesn't have a clue, right? Right here at the bottom, right? But you have the Ace of Swords in the position of the advice, all right? And the Ace of Swords is the complete opposite, because that's full mental clarity, okay? Full understanding of what's going on around you so that you can make the best decisions possible for yourself, all right? So your success, okay, you're going to get success from that. Whatever situation this is for you guys. And in the process, it's going to allow for your self to be, I want to say your soul to be like released, right? Released from any like mental anguishes that keeps you, anything that kept you binded is what I'm getting. Anything that could have been in the way of your success, right? So this is you pulling away from that and saying, no, no more. And I'm going to follow my own path and what it is that I want to do. You have the Queen of Cups here at the bottom, okay? And with that, just like she's doing, releasing her, everything to the universe as she holds her hands up, right? Just giving it all to the universe and just, being free of any unnecessary drama, any unnecessary problems, all right? Now let's get us some oracle messages. Thank you, beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors. 3 oracle messages, please, for pal number 1. What oracle messages do you have for them? All right, and you guys have spring, and it says what you're asking for will become yours in spring. Rebirth, spiritual rejuvenation, love, and growth awaits. All right. So yeah, just like I said with that Wheel of Fortune, some things are definitely working in the background for you guys. Okay. So even if you're not seeing or experiencing, the fruits of your labor at this time, okay, definitely consider that in the spring, some of those things can begin to blossom for you. 2 more oracle messages, please. All right, and you guys have wealth, and it says new financial opportunities will help you achieve long-term success. And you have passion. All right, which says there's untapped potential. It's time to take action on your passion and make magic happen. All right. So whatever it is that you guys may be passionate about, all right, and that could be have something to do with the risk and reward. You may be afraid to take a risk on it. You're being asked to explore those avenues. Okay, it is going to lead you into the right direction. It is going to give you success in the long run. Okay, because the spirit team is letting you know that there is untapped potential in you guys. All right, something that's not being fully expressed. Okay, so then now let's take a look at 2 aspects of your shadow self that you can work on during this time, that will help you out as you go through these experiences. All right, so thank you, beautiful spirit team. 2 aspects of the shadow self that pile number 1 can work on during this time. All right, so you guys, I mean, you hold the answers to whatever problems you're having right now, pile number 1. Spirit is going to ask you to meet them half the way. All right, but whatever it is you're desiring, whatever passion it is you have burning inside of you, it is the right direction for you. Okay, so keep moving forward and focus on activities that bring long-term benefits. All right, even the wealth card says, you know, you will have financial opportunities that will bring you long-term success. So this isn't something, you know, that is going to be temporary for you guys. It is something that is going to lead to long-term success. Look, you have wealth, you have the King of Pentacles, right? So it is, you know, something that you want to stay focused on. All right. But right now, I do feel like some of you guys are having a hard time parting ways with a person or a situation that could be like a fork in the road for you, right? All right, and you guys have greedy shadow, which says intense desire for wealth and power, materialistic, worldly, hungry for status. Okay, and it says acknowledge that everything outside of your core needs leads you further from happiness and freedom. All right, so I feel like with that being there, it's just saying make sure that your intentions are pure. All right, make sure that your focus is, you know, where it needs to be and in the right place. Okay, and not doing things for ulterior motives. Okay. All right, and then we have instigator shadow, which says stir up trouble and create conflict, calculating, pushes buttons, provoker. Okay, and it says if you act in a way that is positive and minimal drama, you attract the same kind of positive situations in people. And I do feel like this is strongly tied into this Ace of Swords and the Two of Cups in reverse. I do feel like it's letting you know that you are bigger than this. Okay, and you don't have to play tit for tat in a situation. All right, so just because someone else may be in a negative mood or like to stir up things doesn't mean that you have to indulge in that with them. Okay, don't have to do the tit for tat. All right, so just realize that you're bigger than that. Release yourself from the devil's grip. All right, that may make you feel tempted to behave in that way. And just realize that the answer to overcoming any difficult situation, especially drama related, is to put yourself on a higher pedestal, right? Put yourself on a higher pedestal so that you can see things from different perspectives, different angles, and realize the clarity that you need to have in order to move forward in a positive aspect. Okay. All right, so now let us get you an archetype message. Thank you, beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors. What archetype message do you have for lovely pal number 1? All right, so you are, you know, prone to be successful from whatever endeavors you are willing to explore on pile number 1, but make sure you're going into it with the right intentions. Make sure you're not allowing others to pull you into their drama-filled space, right? And just know that your spirit team is going to be leading and guiding you, okay? So as long as you do your part, they'll do the rest, all right? And everything will be exposed in due time. All right, so you guys have the gossiper, okay? And it says someone is talking behind your back and creating drama. Don't reveal too much as it may get into the wrong hands. All right. And what did we just say? Like, you know, not being into someone else's drama or not being pulled into someone else's drama, because that is going to be just a distraction for you. All right. So just be mindful, you know, if you do have people in your circle, in your environment, in your, you know, in situation, just be mindful that you have you can be the bigger person. All right. You can now, with this Ace of Swords, I feel like it's saying, you know, look at the bigger picture. All right. Because Ace of Swords, mental breakthrough, look at the bigger picture, kind of sit back and maybe observe. All right. And see that maybe, you know, maybe someone is trying to sabotage your happiness. Maybe someone is trying to sabotage your success. All right. But now it's time to release that grip and release yourself from being in that unnecessary drama. All right. So don't do the tit for tat. So you're working on your instigator shadow where you feel that pull or that that draw to, you know, be involved in drama. Okay. And you're also working on your greedy shadow, which allows you to just make sure you're going after what you want for the right reasons. Okay. So now I am going to, well, I have already pulled 4 cards from the Who Are You deck, questions that you can go ahead and, you know, focus on for the month of November that may give you clarity around the situation as well. All right. So we have from fears and insecurities, we have, who do you most compare yourself with? All right. And under possibilities, you have, do you learn new skills or information best by hearing, seeing, or doing? Okay, and under passion and strength, you have, what is, let's see if that'll focus. All right, there we go. What is the most useless skill you have? All right. So what skill are you not putting to use? Pile number 1. And then lastly, under relationships, you have, do you believe in soulmates? Hold on, let's see if we can get that too. Do you believe in soulmates? All right, so these are just questions that you guys can reflect on, okay, alongside the messages you may have received from this reading to kind of help you get a better understanding of the situation that you're going through, okay, to help you to move forward in the most positive aspect that you can. All right, my lovely pal number 1. Really hope you enjoyed. If so, please give the video a thumbs up, as well as don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye-bye. Okay, so hi to those of you who chose pile number 2, or image number 2, I should say. Let us go ahead and get started with your reading, starting with your oracle messages. All right, so you guys have happiness. All right, and it says you are entering a period of happiness and fulfillment in your life. Nothing will stand in your way. All right. And you guys have Sagittarius. All right, and it says you may soon travel to areas your soul wants to explore. so you may expand and grow beyond your limits. All right, so some of you may be Sagittariuses who's watching this particular video for image number 2, or you may be involved with a Sagittarius. All right. And lastly, you guys have it's brewing. All right, and it says something special is brewing. It will flow naturally and beautifully. This transition will be smooth and painless. All right, so some very positive oracle messages for you guys. But now let us take a look at your tarot and see what Spirit wants you to know. All right, so thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors. What is the current situation for pile number 2? What is the current situation for them? All right, you guys have the 4 of Swords. And instantly what I got from that is some of you guys may feel well rested right now. All right, so maybe from taking a pause, a time out, maybe you're now starting to feel rejuvenated. All right, but let's see what the current challenge is. What is the current challenge for pile number 2? What is the current challenge? Okay, and you guys have the Hanged Man. And what advice do you have for them? What advice? All right, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. Your advice. And lastly, what is the expected outcome? What is the expected outcome? All right, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Card at the bottom of the deck for you guys is the Knight of Wands. All right, moving through adventurously, enthusiastically. All right, so pile number 2. What do we have going on for you guys? So I definitely feel like some of you guys are about to enter, if you haven't already, into a time of happiness, okay? And I do feel like it's coming from or after a time of rest and relaxation, okay? I don't know, the right relaxation part may be, you know, part of it, but definitely after resting up, all right? For a while. All right, maybe you guys may have been recently like mentally strained, physically strained, and you decided to give yourself a time out. All right, time out from you know, the world, the people around you, whatever the case may be. You may still be in that energy with it being in your current situation, or you may be coming off of that energy, okay, or you just had that time to just sit back, reflect, and rejuvenate. All right, easing yourself, especially your mind, from any mental woes, any mental stresses or anything like that. All right, but I do feel like you're coming out of it rejuvenated with these oracle messages coming up. You have happiness, you have it's brewing, right? So it's definitely that time of reflection may have made you see things a little differently, okay, whereas you may not have before, because you do have the Hanged Man and the challenge position, okay? But what I want to point out with this is that, you know, you may not always be there, all right, with the Hangman being in a challenge position. You may not be 100% there with being able to see things from a different perspective, but you're slightly get in there, right? Okay, especially, and I get that because as you can see, the zipper is coming down. It's not all the way down, but it is, a process. All right, so it's attempting to unfold or reveal more. All right. So yeah, so definitely I feel like you guys are coming off of a time where you needed to rest your mind, rejuvenate, refocus, right? And from there, this is where your happiness is going to stem from, right? Because maybe now you're able to really enjoy maybe what you weren't enjoying before, really appreciate what you weren't able to appreciate before. All right. And this is just, I feel like, going to be the tip of the iceberg, because as the card saying here, it's brewing. So this is just saying that something more is going to come out of it than you even expected. All right. Like the also Sagittarius card states, you may soon travel to areas your soul wants to explore. All right, so opening up different aspects or avenues of yourself. All right, like I mentioned throughout this reading so far, Four of Swords is all about resting, relaxing, rejuvenating. Okay, so choosing to, just give yourself that break that's needed. All right, so like I say, this could be the energy that some of you all are currently still sitting in. All right, with it being in a current situation, or it is something that is passing. All right, something that you have already done for yourself, and now you're kind of ready to jump out of that energy and leap into action, because you did have the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. All right, in the position of the current challenge, we have the Hanged Man. All right, so Hanged Man could be a card of, just allowing yourself to be patient. Okay, as everything is being unveiled to you. As you can see, it's not even, I wouldn't even say halfway, maybe a quarter of things being revealed with the zipper coming down. But that could be one of the ways to look at the Hangman. It also can be a card of allowing yourself to view things from different angles, different perspectives. All right. Realizing what you have control over and what you don't, and being accepting of those things. All right. So that you can move forward with your happiness. Okay. But with it being in a challenge, like I mentioned earlier, that could be something that you guys are working on. Okay, knowing that not everything is in your control, and learning to accept those things that are not. Okay, and live with a new way of viewing things. Okay. But it is a process with it being in a challenge position. All right. So you guys may just be at that point of learning to realize that. Now, in the position of the advice, you have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles is a card of working together well, right? Everyone coming together for the same cause and the same purpose, so that they can have the same outcome. All right. So this is just, I feel like, maybe you guys had to rest up a bit on whether or not you wanted to do a collabo with a person, whether it be relationship or with work. And so now you may be starting to see someone else's point of view, whereas you weren't looking at it from that angle before. All right, but with it being in your advice position, Spirit is definitely, letting you know that two heads are better than one. Okay, you get the best outcome when you collab well with others. All right, so if any of you were in a situation where you had to think about maybe taking a job opportunity, or whether or not you wanted to advance or go further in a relationship, Spirit is saying that in this case, things are going to benefit for the better of all parties when you work well together. All right, so just keep that in mind. In the expected outcome, we have the Queen of Pentacles. All right, Queen of Pentacles is the card of, someone who is stable, all right, who has a solid foundation. But more importantly, with the Queen of Pentacles, she is a giver, right? She's a provider. So she's going to make sure that all the abundance that she receives, all of the happiness that comes in, anything that comes in from what's brewing in the background, she's going to be able to share. All right, not only able but willing and wanting to share that. All right, so definitely feeling like there is going to be some type of team effort that is needed in regards to a situation. All right, that is going to be for the greater good of everyone or all parties involved. Okay, but let us go ahead and clarify, see if we can dig a little deeper for you guys. Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors. Why is the Four of Swords here in a position of the current situation? All right, why is this Four of Swords here in the current situation? But whatever this is, pile number 2, it is leading you to your happiness. All right, so you may not be fully on board, but you've rested up enough, I feel like, to begin to allow yourself to kind of see things from different angles. Okay. All right, so you guys have the Three of Swords, okay, which naturally precedes the Four of Swords. So yeah, so maybe some of you all are currently getting over any hangups, any breakups, any heartbreaks. All right, so you kind of took a moment to, I feel like, allow yourself to heal, right? So just like get over whatever recent disappointments you've went through. All right, and maybe now you're starting to, you know, go get over that hump. All right, so that you can be fully revived. All right, and you can continue to move forward and find new collaborations or new people, or let new people enter in your life who's going to help fulfill your all-time happiness. All right, so Spirit is saying that whatever disappointment that was, I mean, that you may have went through, it's okay. You are going to rise above that. Okay, and there is something better in the background waiting for you, as the card saying it's brewing. So there is something more waiting for you, okay, that is going to ultimately lead to your happiness. Okay, and it's going to be a better team effort this time around. All right, why is the Hanged Man here in the position of the challenge? Why is the Hangman here? Yeah, so whatever didn't work out before, guys, whatever relationship, whatever situation didn't work out for you before, Spirit is letting you know that the next thing that comes in for you is going to be the opposite of what you experienced or what you went through. Okay, because Three of Pentacles is all about team effort, working together, right? Being on the same page, not feeling like you're doing more than the other person, right? All right, so we have the World. All right, to clarify this Hanged Man. Now, I feel like with this is that, you know, especially with it being in the challenge position, is you guys, you know, not giving yourself that full closure. All right, some of you guys may not be giving yourself that full closure that is needed. Okay, realizing when it's time to move away from something, realizing that different perspectives are needed in order for you to get the bigger picture, right? Like I keep being drawn to like how this zipper is like only partially revealing, you know, what is in the background. So allowing yourself to release and let go so that you can fully see what is waiting for you in the background, right? Realizing that something has come to an end, realizing that there is some closure that's needed, okay? Wrapping some things up. All right, so let us see, why is the Three of Pentacles here in a position of the advice? All right, why is the Three of Pentacles here? Yeah, some of you are definitely like getting over something or resting up from something. But I feel like, you know, you aren't necessarily, you know, all the way there, okay, with this, the world and the hangman being in the challenge position, but you're making, I feel like you're making the progress, right? You're moving towards that. All right, so in the three of pentacles, I'm sorry, in the advice position, you have the Nine of Cups, which came out reverse. So the Nine of Cups in reverse is all about like, you know, having like this dissatisfaction, right? Or just, you know, not having that inner peace or that inner harmony, right? So with it being in an advice position, I do feel like, you know, especially paired up with this Three of Pentacles, Spirit is letting you know that there is going to be something that is going to come in that is going to help you out with this process, right? That's going to allow for where you were feeling dissatisfied at in your life, or where you felt a lack of happiness at in your life, allowing for that to be mended, right? Coming in to help you to find those fruits of labor, or those fruits of experience that you've put out and you're looking to reap the reward or benefits from, right? But let us see why it's the Queen of Pentacles here in a position of the expected outcome. And I do feel like with that Queen of Pentacles being there too, that, because you remember how I was saying like the Queen of Pentacles is a card of nurturance. And I do feel like that could be saying that someone's going to be nurturing to you. All right. Now the Pentacles are signs of Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So that could be someone who, you know, is of that sign, or just someone who holds those attributes overall. All right. So that could be, you know, definitely the case also. Someone who's going to come in, who's going to be a good nurturer or a good provider to you, and allow for your happiness to come back in, allow for you to find that inner happiness, that inner peace. All right. All right, and we have the Emperor, okay, to clarify the Queen of Pentacles in the position of the expected outcome. And I do feel like this is saying like this is gonna help you to get back control of the situation, take back control of your life. Pile number 2, this is what I'm getting, right? So someone's gonna nurture you back. Okay, or either you're going to be in a position where you're able to nurture others, but I'm getting a strong feel that someone's going to help nurture you back to you being back in control of your inner peace, your inner happiness, as well as external happiness, right? Someone's going to come in, all right, that you're going to be able to work well with, I feel, all right, that's going to help you get back into this time of happiness, whereas you may have been taking a break, you know, momentarily from any external outside influences, just to try to get yourself back together. All right, so now I feel like someone's going to come in and help you to reach that level of happiness. But I do feel like, you know, part of it is going to be you realizing that something has concluded, something has to be wrapped up, and a new perspectives are going to need to be taken in order for you to really benefit from what is brewing for you, or what's waiting for you, you know, in the background. All right. So then now let us get some oracle messages. So thank you, beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors. Can you please provide 3 oracle messages for the lovely pile number 2? Yeah, I definitely get a strong sense that some of you guys are going to have someone come in, or a situation come in, that is going to help you to be relieved of any stresses you may be feeling, any sadness, any disappointment. They're going to be there to help guide you out of those energies, okay? All right, and then as this is brewing card, I want to point out it says something special is brewing. It will flow naturally and beautifully. This transition will be smooth and painless. So it will be a smooth and painless transition, you know, from this time of maybe, you know, being down and out or feeling out of it into moving more into a happier place. Okay. So we have Divine Portal. And it says, get ready to awaken your connection to the spirit realm. The divine forces are helping you transform your life. All right, look at that. Another card of, you know, just being ready to receive. All right. And like I said, too, I feel like something like with that Queen of Pentacles, something's going to come in to help nurture you. All right. So pay attention to any signs, synchronicity, symbols in your life, or people who enter your life, or situations that enter your life as being a divine portal. Okay, something that is there to help transform you, to help nurture you. Okay. All right, and you guys have health, and it says making body changes and staying committed to working out will lift your mood and bring more joy into your life. All right, so that could be one of the things. Maybe you guys, maybe with this collaboration here, so maybe some of you guys will be joining a health club or get like a personal trainer or someone who is going to, you know, help you transform your life. All right, so that could be one transformation happening for some of you guys. All right, and one more message, please. Okay, and we have closure. Okay, and it says sometimes the only closure you need is understanding that your soul deserves peace. Yes, so this is definitely calling for some of you guys to have this closure. What did we say with this this world card being here in a challenge position? That realizing that something needs to be wrapped up. All right, and so that's the only way you guys are going to have that peace or find that happiness is when you allow for old chapters to end so that new ones can begin. Okay, so just keep that in mind, guys. All right, so now we're going to take a look at two aspects of your shadow self that you can work on during this time, okay, as it relates to the messages from this reading. So what aspects of the shadow self can pile number 2 work on during this time? Thank you, beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors. Yeah, I do definitely feel like, though, you guys are going to be receiving help from the other side, in the form, obviously, of, you know, human form, I would say. So, you know how you have like earth angels and, you know, people who come down to assist. So that's why I said to pay attention to any signs, synchronicities, any people entering your life, because they're going to be there for you to help you to transition through this time. All right, to help you to transform into a more happier time. All right, and you have a fake shadow. Okay, false appearance, actions to please others, superficial, copy, not genuine. Okay, and it says you will be rewarded when you choose to live a life that reflects the truth instead of living life created to please others. All right, so this is you just, you know, I feel like you're saying not being forced to put on a happy face, right? If that's not what you're feeling. All right, because that's also part of closure. It's just realizing when it is what it is in a situation. All right, realizing that it's okay that when you're not happy to accept that you're not happy, and having that time to take to yourself, okay, so that you can rejuvenate and recover from anything that may have you feeling some type of way. All right, but yeah, just I feel like what the fake shadow is really saying, just, you know, not having the urge to please everyone. Okay, it's okay to express your true self. All right, because that's when I feel like you'll enter into a more time of happiness when you allow your true self to be exposed. All right, let's get one more aspect of the shadow self that you guys can work on during this time. Yeah, so at this point, it's not about pleasing others, right? It's all about finding your true happiness. And I feel like that's why that the hangman is there in the challenge position, right? Not fully knowing if, you know, you're ready to fully reveal your true self is what I'm getting. Not really, you know, knowing if you're ready for that quite just yet. But also knowing that at some point it'll have to happen. But I do feel like it's going to be someone to come in that is going to assist you with being able to do that, all right? Being able to open up your true self, all right? With that health card being there, it could be, you know, some of you guys are going to pay attention to your physical appearance, or it could also be, you know, your spiritual appearance. Maybe some of you will get, you know, work with someone in that aspect of your life as well. Okay, and then you have suspicious shadow, and it says suspects others without proof, reason, snoop, mistrustful, skeptical, leery. And it says don't allow your fears trick your mind. Don't allow your fears to trick your mind into thinking things are much worse than they actually are. Yes, so then just not overthinking things, not overanalyzing things, because that's what stops you from the closure that you all need. Okay. Let's get one archetype message for you all. Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors. One archetype message, please, for pile number 2. So yeah, so just working on your fake shadow as well as your suspicious shadow, and not feeling like you have to portray a certain part of yourself to others, all right? Or not feeling like, you know, you have to be fearful of change as well, all right? So I was going to only take one, but these both want to come out, all right? So you have the pirate, okay? And it says time to explore your opinions. Don't tie yourself down to anyone or anything unless it's moving you towards your vision. Yes, making sure you're making the right collaborations, okay? And then you have the tactician, all right? And it says with some good planning tactics, you can easily work out and make corrections for success, all right? And I love how, like, you have 2 cards with chess pieces, all right? So taking back control of your life, all right? The tactician, good planning, okay? It says good planning tactics, all right? And the emperor also, he's all about, you know, obviously being tactful, all right? And also planning. And he also is holding a chess piece in his hand. So this is you taking back control of your life and planning accordingly, okay? All right, so now lastly, I pull some Who Are You reflection cards, and these are just questions that you guys can reflect on as it relates to the messages in the reading, all right, or just in general to help you kind of process what messages came through for you for this month of November. So let's take a look at the first one under relationships. You have describe your ideal romantic partner. I always have a hard time with these focusing. All right, there we go. Okay, and then under passion and strength, you have what is one of the most adventurous things you've ever done. Okay. And under fears and insecurities, you have whose approval are you seeking? Yes, and I do feel like that is very relevant because it's part of the fake shadow. Like, who are you trying to impress? All right, and just realizing is it worth it, right? And then you have possibilities. Where do you fear you will end up if nothing changes and you continue your bad habits? All right, So once again, these are just questions for you guys to reflect on throughout the month, just to see if it gives you even more clarity alongside the messages that you received from this reading today. All right, guys, so thank you so much for tuning in to the reading. Really hope you enjoyed. If so, be sure to give a likes up as well as to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye-bye. Hey guys, to those of you who chose pile number 3, let us go ahead and get started with your reading, starting with your oracle messages. All right, so you guys have a Gemini, which says fun, adaptable, energetic. A playful child within you wants to come out and play. Acknowledge your inner child. All right, so some of you guys could be Gemini who's watching this video, or you could have a Gemini involved in your life. All right, and you guys have the healer. Okay, and it says healing energy surrounds you in the situation that worries you. Allow the healing to take form. All right. Okay, and lastly, you guys have bottle up. All right, and it says, what have you been ignoring, denying, or avoiding? Whatever you're protecting, release it and free yourself. All right, and that kind of ties in with the healer card, I feel like. What it says, you know, whatever a situation that worries you, okay, there is healing energy surrounding you that will allow for you to release that. All right, but let's go ahead and take a look at your cards and see what spirit wants you to know. So thank you, beautiful. Oh, okay. Wow, that like literally flew out before I even got a chance, right? And it is the 8 of Swords. So this message really wants to come out strongly, right? And I feel like it ties in with like the bottle up as well as the healer. So this is a very, very strong message for whoever of you are watching this particular reading, okay? Because you have this 8 of Swords pop out alongside the bottle up, okay? And it's asking you to release yourself and be free, right? And this is what the 8 of Swords is all about also. Allowing yourself to not feel caged in, but instead mustering up the energy to free yourself. All right, so that is a very, very strong message. As you all probably seen, like that card literally like flew out before I even got a chance to fully shuffle. All right, but let's take a look at the rest of your cards. Okay, so what is the current challenge? All right, what is the current challenge for pile number 3? All right, so some of you guys are definitely needing to explore more of your playful side, maybe get out of your head around a certain situation, and allow yourself to be, you know, energetically free, right? That's definitely what I'm getting, okay? And with that healer card being there, this is also letting you know that the healing energy surrounds you, okay? And the situation that worries you, all right? So just allow any healing that needs to come in to take form to do just that. All right, so you guys have the Empress, all right, in the current challenge. And with that, I'm getting to, you know, just not feeling like yourself. What is the advice, Spirit? What is the advice for pile number 3? Yeah, some of you guys are not feeling like yourself, all right? Whereas maybe you were a nurturer, you were able to be a good provider, but lately you haven't been feeling yourself. So that's what I'm picking up with that. The advice, you have the 5 of Wands, okay? And what is the expected outcome? What is the expected outcome? What is the expected outcome? so we have the Hermit. Okay, is your expected outcome. Card at the bottom of the deck for you guys is the Six of Cups, okay, which is a card of nostalgia, all right, or childhood memories. So it may be calling for some of you guys to step back into that type of energy, right, where you can remember when things were once good for yourself, right? But let's see what we have going on for you. Power number 3. So you guys are definitely dealing with some bottled up emotions, okay? Maybe not quite feeling yourself, feeling like your usual self, right? Where you're able to be maybe someone who's normally creative, a good provider, a good nurturer to those, for yourself and for those around you, but maybe haven't been quite feeling like that as of recently. All right. But Spirit is here to say that whatever the situation is that's worrying you, or whatever you have been ignoring, denying, or avoiding, it's time to release it and free yourself. Okay, so whatever you have been keeping bottled up, all right, part of the healing that is to take place for you includes or involves you being able to set those things free. All right, set yourself free mentally, set yourself free emotionally from those things. All right, and part of that process could be for you guys inviting more of a playful energy in around you, okay, so that you're not so hung up on those things that's bothering you at the moment. Okay, going out, having fun, spending time with friends, catching a movie, whatever it is that you consider fun, right? Doing that way you can invite more of a healing or fun energy in place of the energy that may be keeping you down and out. All right, because I do feel like, you know, well, you guys have the Eight of Swords here, and the Eight of Swords is a card of, you know, just, you know, as you can see, feeling imprisoned, right? But mainly mentally. All right. You know, that's negative thinking, self-imposed restrictions. So this is you telling yourself you can't when clearly you can. But these are things that you are self-imposing on yourself. All right. As I always like to point out with this particular Eight of Swords card is that, as you can see, this cage is not closed. All right, it's not closed, so nothing is prohibiting or stopping this angel from spreading his wings and releasing himself. All right, so this like could be the current energy that you guys are in, and I'm going to jump to the advice card because you have the Five of Wands card here, and I do feel like that is calling for you guys. Spirit is telling you to not give up, right? The Five of Wands card is normally a card of, you know, really you know, sticking it out, right? Just really fighting to be seen, fighting to be heard, wanting to stand out, you know. So, and I do feel like with this being her dress being significant of a chessboard, you know, chess is a strategic game, right? It takes strategy, a lot of strategy when playing the game of chess. So this is, I feel like, you know, your spirit team asking you to not only not give up, all right, in this game of life, which can be, you know, almost symbolic of chess, right? Being strategic in every move that you make, but to not give up in this game of life, but to also be strategic in your next move, okay? Because some of you guys have not been feeling like yourself. You haven't been feeling as if things are blossoming like they should, right? With this Empress card, the Empress card, I'm sorry, is a card of nurturance, right? So anything that she touches turns to gold. She's able to manifest, she's able to create beauty around her, right? For herself and others. So maybe this is what some of you are capable of doing or have done, but you may have lost that lost that ability to do that, right? Because of, you know, mental imposement, right? Those thoughts coming in that provokes you to think one way over another. All right. And then in the expected outcome, you have the Hermit. All right. And the Hermit is all about going within. All right. Going within to find that inner light, to find that spark again, to allow yourself to be illuminated so that your path forward can shine brightly. Right. But it all starts from within. Okay. And then I feel like too, that ties into the Healer card, right? The Healer card is letting you know that the healing energy surrounds you. All right. And that could be, you know, the energy that is within you. All right. You have the ability to heal yourself. All right. It just may take for you to take yourself out of the elements or, some environments that's not allowing for you to do that. All right. So like I said, that includes like taking yourself in or putting yourself in a place where you can enjoy yourself, you know, rather than sitting back and absorbing, you know, negative energy from negative people or places. Okay. But let us go ahead and clarify, see if we can dig a little deeper for you guys. But yeah, it's definitely something bottled up for you guys. Okay, something bottled up within that needs to be released is what Spirit is saying. Some of you need to allow yourself to heal around a certain situation or circumstance. All right. Why is the Eight of Swords here in the position of the current situation? All right, but the advice is to be strategic, right? And to not give up on what we call this game of life. All right, make your next move your best move. Okay, and you can do that by starting with going within. All right, going within to seek those answers. All right, or to even just acknowledge what it is that's bottle up inside that's bothering you. All right. Okay, so we have the King of Wands. All right. And you know what I get with this? Okay, so like what I said with the Empress, right? Some of you guys are not feeling like yourself. So I get with this King of Wands showing up that some of you are used to feeling empowered, right? You're usually confident. You're usually sure of yourself. As you can see here, like the man stands before the lion. So that just shows great strength right there. And I feel like this is, you know, going back to what I said with this Empress card. Some of you guys are normally maybe used to feeling this way or being, you know, embodied in that type of energy, but you haven't been that way lately, right? You haven't been feeling your usual self lately. All right. King of Wands. He's all about confidence. He's all about strength. Obviously, as you can see, he is like the lion would be considered the leader of the pack, right? But he stands before the lion. So some of you guys are used to being leaders. Okay. And this could be in different circumstances or scenarios, whether you're a leader of your family, whether you're a leader at work, some type of management position, whatever the case may be, you're used to being some sort of leader. All right. But you haven't been feeling that way lately. Okay. And I do feel like it's because it's feelings that may have begun to surface out of nowhere, maybe because you did have the Six of Cups show up at the bottom of the deck. So could be feelings surfacing or resurfacing out of nowhere lately. Okay. But they haven't fully been released. Okay. So maybe they're just simmering and at this time it's when you need to consider letting those feelings out. All right. Let us see, why do we have the Empress here in the position of the current challenge? Yeah, I definitely got not really feeling like you're able to be a good provider recently. Maybe some of you guys are feeling like you're not able to provide as good as you used to. All right. Oh wow, guys, look at this. We have the Emperor to clarify the Empress, all right, in the challenge situation. So yeah, maybe some of you guys have lost control over a situation, right? Feeling like you guys are no longer in control of a situation is what I'm getting. And there's another chess piece, okay? And you have this 5 of Wands where her dress is symbolic of a chessboard. All right, so maybe some of you guys may feel like a checkmate move was made against you, not in your favor, right? And it kind of has left you feeling without, all right? But it's kind of put you in this place of maybe doubting, right? Self-doubt. But the thing is with this is that you can move beyond this, right? There is a way around it, all right? There is a way to stand out and beyond the situation. But let's clarify, why is the 5 of Wands here in the position of the advice? Not giving up, guys, with that 5 of Wands being there. Make your next move your best move. As you can see, he also holds a chess piece. Now, either you could have been checkmated, or you have that final piece ready to make, the right move. So why is the 5 of Wands here in a position of the advice? But it's definitely about, thinking long and hard. The game of chess is also, besides, being strategic, a lot of thought has to go into that next move. All right. All right. What did we say, guys? Make your next move your best move. The Magician. All right. And he is definitely the one who is going to come through and make his next move his best move, because he's going to put to use all his resources, all of his abilities. He is going to make sure that everything is in place, right, for him to whip up whatever it is that he's trying to whip up, okay, in order for him to manifest whatever it is that his heart truly desires. All right. So this is Spirit telling you that in regards to this situation, to keep fighting, right, to keep trying to push yourself to stand out amongst the crowd, to stand out in whatever, if you guys are like in competition over something, if you guys are, the runner up for something, a position or whatever, keep doing what you need to do. Use your resources in order for you to be able to pull whatever it is that you want to pull off. All right. Why is the Hermit here in a position of the expected outcome? And we have Temperance. All right. So learning to mix the yin with the yang, okay? Putting things into balance and into focus, right? Not giving too much of one over the other, all right? Having that good balance, all right? So this is you learning to take the good with the bad. I feel like looking within, okay? Allowing yourself to be healed internally as well as externally, all right? Learning to look at the cup as half full versus half empty, all right? Learning to say, okay, what didn't work out previously, there was a reason for that, and learning to move on so that you can continue to play this game of chess, also known as the game of life. All right. So having that good balance and focus. Okay. Now let us go ahead and get some oracle messages to see what else your spirit team wants you to know. Thank you, beautiful angels, guides, ancestors. 3 more oracle messages. All right, so we have inspiration. Okay, and it says your ideas are divinely inspired, blessing you with the creative insights to serve a cause greater than yourself. All right, and remember, the Empress card is a card of creativity. All right, so where you may have lost inspiration and you haven't been feeling inspired, this is just letting you know your ideas are divinely inspired, right? Divinely inspired. So just even with that healer card, letting you know healing energy surrounds you. So this is allowing yourself to be divinely inspired. So where you feel there is a lack of, let spirit come in and fill that void for you, okay? And give you the inspiration that you need. All right. 2 more oracle messages, please. All right, and you guys have third eye, which says unblock and strengthen your third eye so you may bridge the gap from earthly existence to spiritual realms. All right, so that's part of being inspired, also part of also the magician being able to use his resources. The third eye being open just allows you to use your intuition effectively, right? And then from there, you know, that's part of your light source, all right, where you get the answers that you seek, where you get the healing that you seek. All right. 1 more oracle message, please. Okay, and you guys have journey. And it says, don't fear leaving everything familiar behind and entering into the unknown. It is safe to take a risk. All right. So this is all about allowing yourself to go on this journey, right? This game of life, and allow yourself to be inspired. All right. Don't allow yourself to stay caged in. Don't allow your feelings to stay caged in and bottled up. Open up your third eye, all right, so that you can receive messages from spirit as to, you know, the path that you're on, the journey that you're on, and they can help you to step back into someone who you once felt that you were, right? Standing back in your power. And now we're going to look at 2 aspects of your shadow self that you can work on during this time, okay, as it relates to these messages. And this will help you to, you know, help you along with your journey. If we can see what aspects you can focus on that needs to be acknowledged at this time. Aspects of the shadow self. So thank you, beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors. 2 aspects of the shadow self that pile number 3 can work on during this time. All right, and you guys have a fake shadow, and it says false appearance, actions to please others, superficial, copy, not genuine. And it says you will be rewarded when you choose to live a life that reflects the truth instead of living a life created to please others. All right. I want to say pile number or image number 1 received this message also. So there may be, if you want to check that one out, messages in that one for you as well. All right. So this for me is just, you know, allowing yourself to be free from this idea that you have to do things that pleases others. All right. Instead of what pleases self. All right. So, or even just putting on a face, because sometimes we like to appear, we like for it to come off as if we're okay when we're not. So we put on this fake appearance, right? Like everything's all good, but internally we have things like bottled up, like the card says. So this is just telling you that it's okay to free yourself, free your mind. And if you're not having a good day, then that's okay. You know, you don't have to pretend that you are having a good day. You know, if something's bothering you, that's okay. You don't have to pretend like there's nothing bothering you. So this is just all about addressing that part of yourself that acknowledges that if things are in you that needs to be released, just being able to do so, but in the process still holding true to self. All right, not feeling like you have to fake it till you make it in every instance or every situation. All right, so I was going to take just one more, but 2 came out, so we'll take them. So we have insecure shadow, all right, which says lacking self-confidence or assurance, fragile, needs reassurance, feel inadequate. Everything you need is within you and can handle whatever the world throws at you. Yes, this is very significant to this reading, right? So just, addressing that, okay, that everything you need is within you. The Hermit card here, the answers are within. All right, you're on a journey right now. All right, and it's okay to acknowledge when things aren't how you want them to be. Okay, like with the fake shadow, you don't have to put on this front. All right, but instead just facing those things and acknowledging, that there's no need to be insecure. Okay, and then you have passive. And passive says, allow things to just happen to them, pushover, submissive, give up their power. Oh, wow, guys, this is like just what I was saying. Like, you guys feel like you guys have lost power that you may have once had. Okay, and it says, don't just let things happen. Push yourself harder. Yes, what did we say? The 5 of Wands there. Pushing yourself harder, okay? And you'll see just how strong you really are. All right. That is like so significant of what the cards have been saying, guys. Like, don't just throw in the towel. Pretty much is what I'm getting, right? Push yourself harder. All right, be strategic. Make your next move your best move. All right, so these are shadows, guys, that you want to work on. You want to work on your fake shadow. All right, choosing to live life that reflects the truth, okay, instead of a life created to please others. You want to work on your insecure shadow, where you're, realizing that everything you need is within you and you can handle whatever the world throws at you. All right, gaining your strength back. All right, not just with this passive shadow throwing in the towel and saying, that's it. No, don't say that's it. This is the time for you to step back into your power, especially if it's something that you've known and experienced before. All right, nothing wrong with wanting to get that back. All right, so then now let us get one archetype message for you guys. Yeah, allow yourself, I feel like it's saying, to be divinely inspired. All right, look for signs, synchronicity, symbols, anything around you that can be of divine inspiration. All right, helping to put you back on the right path in regards to the journey that you're making. Okay, and you guys have the star seed. Okay, and it says, you're an old soul with deep spiritual wisdom. Share your light, knowledge, and contribute in the planet's evolution. Yes, guys, you have something to offer. So now is not the time to throw in the towel. All right, now is the time to allow yourself to flourish. Okay, healing energy surrounds you in a situation that worries you. Okay, allow yourself to be healed. Allow you to let out any bottled up emotions or feelings. Okay, because you are definitely meant to serve a purpose here. Okay. Lastly, I am going to reveal the 4 who are you messages that are already pre-pulled for you guys. And these messages or questions will be just a point of reflection, okay, that you guys can reflect on going forward for this month of November coming up, as it relates just to your life in general, or as it relates to the messages you may have picked up or received in this reading. Okay, so the first one we have is in relationships, and it says, how do you like to, you probably can't see that. How do you like to receive affection in a relationship? All right. And then in passion and strength, what do you hope to achieve in life? All right. A thought to get your wheels turning again, get you back in motion. Under fears and insecurities, we have, who do you most compare yourself with? Who do you most compare yourself with? All right. And lastly, under possibilities, what is something you have always been curious to try but haven't yet? All right, so these are just questions, like I said, as points of reflection or to get those wheels turning, get you thinking, get you going, as it reflects just in life overall for you guys or the messages that you received today. All right, my lovelies. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, as well as not to forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye-bye.